Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Coffee Break, and welcome back to the CoffeeCast ProCast Edition. And this is game number 3 between mouzMana, who is spawning on the top left-hand side here on Entombed Valley. He is going to be our orange Protoss player, tying this series up 1-1 against his opponent. Spawning on the lower left-hand side, it is going to be the green Terran player. It is Lucifron. Game number 1, Lucifron opened up Hellion Banshee, wasn't able to do much damage, but in the mid game, late game, is kind of the that was kind of the transition into the late game. Had a nice big Bioforce, got a couple of great EMPs down, was able to cancel out the storming capabilities of Mana, and won game number 1. Game number 2, Mana comes back with a nice 3-base build there. Almost was in a little bit of trouble for a couple seconds there, but with a large re-macro, large warping, a couple of large warping grounds, really. He had a lot of gateways. With a couple of nice warping rounds, was able to come back and push out with a huge Archon and Colossus force and win game number 2. So this is going to be game number 3. My first time casting a series with open broadcasting software. Leave a comment if there's something wrong with that, with anything in that regard here. And yeah, I think it's been going well so far. I forgot to review my last VOD, which is something I meant to do real fast, so I forgot to review that. So hopefully everything's kind of working out all right here. I got the sound adjusted a little bit. I finally remembered to re-enable the music, because I don't know if you guys can hear it because of the sound, once again, fairly freaking low right now. Whoa, looks like Mana going to be going back to that strategy that he used in game number 1, doing the 18 Nexus. In fact, even dropping the Nexus before the pylon there, because who needs extra probes? Nobody needs extra probes here. As if you're going to kind of run up here, he's going to be able to get a full scout off, know exactly what's going on, and decide what he wants to do on that. So now the ball is actually over in Lucifron's court, who has not yet laid down a command center. So it's going to be his choice whether or not he wants to expand. I can only assume that he's going to counter it by doing a fast expand of his own, and the SCV is going to be setting up in position for that here. In fact, there we go. Perfect. Getting that little mining pattern here. Interestingly enough, going to be dropping a bunker over on the north side of the map. That's more of a threat than anything else. That's not really a threat that can be followed through with, even, as there's only A, 1 Marine, and B, only 1 SCV up here right now to be able to take this out. So I can't imagine this SCV being able to finish up this bunker. That being said, that Marine is here now, though. Looks like the SCV probably going to be trying to run up the ramp to be able to finish off that bunker. This Marine might be able to get a probe kill, maybe 2 probe kills. Zealot is out on the field, though, which is going to make life very difficult for Lucifron. And heck, that Marine almost even a little bit of trouble there. So now just going to be able to turn back around and force cancel on that bunker, which is going to end any sort of aggression out of Lucifron. Nexus is going to be finishing up now, so he's going to be able to start his double probe production. 2 gas geysers going down now for our Terran player, who's going to be dropping an additional 2 factories. So probably going to be doing some sort of 4-rax pressure, I assume. 4-rax or 6-rax pressure from Lucifron, going against this 18 Nexus out of mouzMana. And pretty much everything is just kind of going pretty standard at this point there. Nothing really too crazy going on. I believe this is from a tournament of some sort. I don't know what tournament it is, but I do believe it's from a tournament of some sort. There we go. Tech Lab going to be going down on top of that. Barracks are probably going to be dropping that, getting Stim Pack out and going for some sort of Stim timing push off of 2 bases here. Zealot and Stalker. Zealots and Stalker. 2 Zealots, 1 Stalker. Going to be moving down across the map. Try to get a little bit of scouting done here. What all will he be able to see? Well, pretty much just the bunker here. Not quite able to get over here and see that expansion being down. But like I was saying in one of the previous games, which I believe was game number 1, it does allow you to have an idea. I mean, if you were able to run up the ramp and not see a command center, then you're going to be really freaked out. At this point, oh, wow, actually able to kill off that Stalker. That was very sloppy play by Mana. That is a unit that you do not want to lose, especially because that is just free scouting, allowing you to know when your opponent is going to be moving out of his base. Oh, man, I'm actually having problems keeping my eyes open right now. I am really tired. Just started school back up this week, and whew, it is wearing me down, let me tell you guys. Stim Pack now on the way. That is going to be about a 1/4 of the way finished right now. Factory coming down, as well as a couple of reactors just start pumping out Marines, which is all you need as a Terran player. Oh, wow, that SV actually almost got up the ramp to be able to get off all that scouting, which is going to be, well, nothing. But that nothing would tell him that something is going to be amiss, and that thing amiss is going to be the 3rd base going down now for Mana. So Mana playing pretty greedy in this 3rd game, considering that it's tied up right now. Maybe he's thinking momentum. Maybe he's just thinking trying to put this series away by getting a nice big economic lead. Either way, Lucifron could be able to potentially punish this once again with a nice stim timing push here. Nothing too scary on the field yet for Lucifron, but we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on that, see what exactly happens here. Probably going to be a reactor going down on top of this factory. Might be going for that 10-30 push that we see quite often out of Terran players, which looks like that is going to be exactly what we're seeing him do. That double medevac 10-30 stim push. Probably could even pump out combat shields in time for that as well. Over on Mana's side of things, once again, taking that third base, which means that he does not have much in the way of unit producing capabilities for the moment. Still going to be driving on a few additional gateways here. Going to have 3 more gateways unwarped in, kind of warping in right now. Can go ahead and throw this one into warp gate mode. Does have another stalker down here to scout out when Lucifron does come out of his base once again. Even has a couple of aggressive pylons set up. If you do take a look down at the mini map here, over on that right hand side of the map, to be able to warp and counterattacks if he so desires, or just reinforce an army that is pushing out across the map. Mana now is safely and securely up on 3 bases. Oh, something nasty was in that. That drink of water. I think I had a hair in my mouth or something. Plenty of sentries, plenty of force fielding capabilities. Now moving out across the map, Lucifron does have those 2 medevacs all the way. Lucifron going to be shooting straight north, just going to be hitting up the watchtower here, and then probably moving straight north. Mana knows this is coming. He does have the observer in place. 1 more gateway did just finish up, but ooh, okay, so we're going to be having a total of 8 gateways as soon as these additional 2 do finish up. But will that reinforcement capabilities be here on time is the big question here. Another observer, interestingly enough, coming onto the field here. I think that Mana would be a little bit more afraid of the bio push that's coming right now. Managing to catch 4 Marines total so far before the engagement really began there. That Marine did get a couple extra shots, not a big deal though. Lucifron going to be running over, may or may not know at this point. There's a third base there. I don't know what exactly he's reading off of what we're seeing from Mana. Now just going to be running straight up into the natural expansion. Some SCVs leading the way there. Medevacs need to be very careful. Nice force shields going down there. Lucifron getting off to a bad start in this engagement here, but quite a few SCVs. In fact, a lot of SCVs being pulled off the line there. Lucifron going to need to be careful not to lose too many probes himself, because if he can hold off this number of probes, Mana will be in a very, very good position. This Bioforce looks like it's going to go down there, and actually Mana not really having too much problems with this. But here comes some reinforcements. Now he's starting to run low. Now the sentries are gone. No guardian shield, no force fielding capabilities. This Bio Army pushing straight down Mana's throat there. The cannon going to go down. The Stalker's going to go down. Once again, and no more force fielding capabilities. Going to mean that this third is in a lot of trouble there. That third base is pretty much forfeit at this point in time. But who needs a third base when you can kill all of your opponent's probes? So many probes, 14 on each side have gone down so far, but only 14 for Lucifron because he did pull all those SCVs into the engagement here. Now running up into the main base here, going to be trying to deliver the killing blow to Mana. Mana takes that killing blow. Lucifron going to win the series 2-1 over mouzMana in tournament. So a pretty good series out of these 2 players here. I am going to make this exit pretty quick here because I swear I'm just going to fall asleep at my keyboard and I don't know why. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button somewhere on the screen. That would be awesome. And also please leave a comment. Tell me how your first experience with the Coffee Cast in OBS went, and yeah, just tell me how the cast went in general. I'm always open to feedback. I love the constructive criticism. Key word there, constructive. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you for joining me here on the Coffee Cast. I always appreciate it. And until next time, folks, this is Coffee Break, signing out.